Hey guys, today we're going to talk about something called literal expressions. Literal expressions, it's a quite simple concept. It's not hard at all. So follow along with me. After just a few questions, you'll be masters at it. Literal expression questions, all this really is translating English into math problems into an equation or your own notes. Okay? And when it comes to literal expressions, you can really just take each and every word that they give you, and each of those words will have a math equivalent. Okay, so it's much easier to understand through these problems. So let's jump right in. We're going to go to, if you have your books with you, I'm going to go to test number 2, and I'll just be skipping around your book to different tests because I've already picked out all the ones that are the literal expression type questions. Okay, so the first question is in test 2. Section 2, number 6 is where we're going to go. So I'm in test 2. This is section 2. Let's go down to number 6. And here's number 6 right here. Okay, so 6 says, if 3 more than twice a number is equal to 10, what is 4 times the number? So maybe you can already see this. This right here it's just basically reading a math equation, right? So we just need to know what equation this is trying to read. 3 more than. That's 3 more than something, right? 3 more. So what operation do you think that might be? It's going to be either a plus, minus, multiplication, or division, right? Those are the 4 operations that we're familiar with. So 3 more than, of course, that's going to be plus a 3, or 3 plus. Now, there is a difference between a plus 3 and a 3 plus. Plus 3 just means something plus 3, and 3 plus means 3 plus something, right? And in addition, the ordering does not matter, right? But I like to be technically correct. So I'll always be choosing the correct one, the plus 3 or the 3 plus, because when you do subtraction, of course, that matters whether you do minus 3 or 3 minus. These are 2 different things, right? Basically, 2 minus 3 versus 3 minus 2 give you 2 different answers. So I'm just going to be very accurate about the placement of the math that I write. So here, if it says that there are 3 more than something, right? 3 more than, there's something already here. But it's 3 more than this number, is what this says. 3 more than means plus 3. Okay? 3 more than what? Twice a number, right? Twice means 2 times some number, and that would be a variable, right? Twice a number. So 3 more than twice a number. So that's this part right here. How do you write is equal to? Is equal to, that's just an equal sign. 10, right? Is equal to 10. So 3 more than twice a number is equal to 10 is what I just wrote. Okay? So that's the equation that they're giving you in that first line. What is 4 times the number is the question. So 4 times the number, not a number, some random number, the number, which means that same number they referred to back here in that first line, right? So that's the same exact variable we're looking for. So we're looking for 4x. Now be careful because we're not looking for an x. We're actually looking for 4x. So one way, of course, is to go ahead and solve for x from this equation and plug it back in. But there's a slightly quicker way to do this, of course. You can subtract 3 from both sides, right? And that should give you 2x is equal to a 7. Okay? Now, before you think about dividing both sides by 2 to find x and plug it in, what shortcut do you think there could be? How do you get from 2x directly to 4x? Do you see a shortcut? All you need to do is take this equation, 2x equals 7, and multiply by 2 on both sides, right? So if I take this side and take both sides, multiply by 2, what I'll get is 4x equals 14. 14 is the correct answer to number 6. So D is the correct answer for this one. I'll be going a little bit quicker, a little bit faster for the remaining questions. The next question we're going to go to is section 5. So let's get there. Sorry about that. Section 5, number 9. Let's go to section 5, number 9. Which is right here. Okay, in this one it says, when twice a certain number is increased by 5. So how do I write that one? When twice a certain number, twice a number, that's 2 times x, is increased by 5, so that's a plus 5, right? We're increasing by 5 from the 2x that we had. The result is 14. The result is also means equal sign, right? Equal sign. 14, and that's the answer. What is the number? Now we're just looking for x. Okay, let me just give myself a little more room. So x equals is what we're trying to get in the end. So when twice a certain number is a 2x, is increased by is the plus 5, the result is the equal sign, and 14 is your answer. Okay? So in this case, we are actually just solving for x, so let's go solve the x by isolating the x. We're going to subtract 5 on both sides. We get 2x, this crosses off, is equal to a 9. And so when we divide both sides by 2, we see that x equals 9 over 2. So 9 over 2, or 4.5, will be the correct answer for number 9. Let's go to section 8, number 4. In this one it says, Charlie has built houses for 5 years, less than twice as long as Meili has. If Meili has built houses for n years, which of the following expressions represents the number of years that Charlie has built houses? So there's a lot of words here, right? But it's actually not too bad if you understand what each of these phrases of words mean, or groups of words mean. Charlie has built houses, okay, so Charlie did something, that's not math yet, for 5 years less than something. 5 less than something. Would that be a 5 minus or a minus 5? Right? If it's 5 less than something, you're taking 5 away, right? So you're subtracting a 5. So it's actually a minus 5 in this case. So let's keep that one. 5 years less, 5 less, then what? Then twice Meili, right? So 5 less than 2 times Meili. If Meili has built houses for n years, right? So instead of m, all they're saying is they want us to use n instead, right? M was just my own variable, but they actually give us a variable to use, so I'll use that for n for Meili. Which of the following expressions represents the number of years that Charlie has built houses? So this expression right there was for Charlie, right? Charlie has built this many, 5 less than twice Meili. Right? So 2n minus 5, C, is the correct answer for number 4. Let's try another one. Let's go to test 3. On to the next test. Test 3, section 5, number 14. Section 5, number 14. Here it is. So number 14, we have 5 times a number. Okay, 5 times a number is, 5 times a number is 5x, is an equal sign. The same as, so is the same as actually is the equal sign, right? The number added to 5. So 5 times a number is the number, so again we're referring to the number we were talking about before, so x, the number added to 5, right? So we add the x to the 5, or you can say a number is being added to the 5, so technically that would be correct, but of course in terms of getting your answer, the order here wouldn't matter. What is the number? So all I do is combine the x's, right? Get the x's together by subtracting x on both sides. I get 4x is equal to 5, and finally I divide both sides by 4 to get rid of this. X therefore equals 5 over 4 for number 14. Let's do one more in this test. We're going to go to section 8, number 1. We'll do this one and we'll take a break. if 3/4 of a number, so 3/4 of, what does of mean in math? Of means multiplication, right? If 3/4, so that's this one, of means multiplication, a number is just an x, some variable, right? Is the equal sign, 18. So that's the equation they give us. What is 1/4 of the number, right? So they're asking for 1/4 of the number. 1/4 is 1/4. Of means multiplication. The number means x. So what is 1/4 of the number? Again, one thing we can do is solve for x by multiplying both sides by 4/3, and stick it in. There is a shortcut. I don't know if this makes any sense to you. So you can do this in any way you want. But the quickest way to get here is to get rid of that 3 and make that a 1, right? If I can make this 3 a 1, I have my answer. So really, all this is looking for is for you to divide both sides by 3. In which case, I would actually get 1/4 x, and that would equal 6. Now, if that didn't make sense, that's okay. Just go ahead and simplify this. You would solve for x and stick it in, or let me just circle the correct answer here. C is the correct answer for this one. But if that didn't make sense, maybe this will. Since I'm trying to get rid of the 3, I can multiply both sides by 1/3, right? And that would go away and leave me with 1/4x is equal to 6, right? So 1/4 x, which is what they were looking for, is equal to 6. Anyway, C is the correct answer to number 1.